Konami has been killing it lately, giving old school archetypes new support and making them playable in modern day, or creating brand new archetypes based on classic cards. Last year we got modernized versions of the Gate Guardians. We got Flame Swordsman cards at the beginning of 2024 in Meso-Millennia, which is also pretty much a brand new archetype. And we just got the brand new Shining Sarcophagus archetype for Yugi. And now that both Yugi and Joey got new cards, let's see what these decks can do when they have to go up against each other. And because both archetypes don't have a ton of support yet, we'll mix in some of their classic cards and cards from their other archetypes for maximum anime nostalgia. And now, without any further ado,
Of all the battles I've been through in this tournament, this one means the most. You better watch out. You taught me everything you know about dueling.
Almost. Let's duel!
Alright, thank you brother for making time to record this duel with me.
Yeah, it's no problem. The last few days I've been cooking up something real nice with these new Flame Swordsman cards for this duel.
Okay, it is time to duel. Alright, Mr. Wheeler. I'll start by summoning my Gadget Trio, and this monster can search for any Shining Sarcophagus spell or trap card, like the Shining Sarcophagus itself.
And what does that shiny new card do?
It's a continuous spell that has multiple effects. It cannot be destroyed by monster effects. If you special summon a monster from the graveyard, I can discard a spell to send it back to the graveyard. And I can once per turn search my deck for any Shining Sarcophagus cards, which I will use right now.
Okay, nice.
I'll add my Ties That Bind spell card. This spell card lets me special summon 2 level 4 or lower Shining Sarcophagus monsters from my deck, but I can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn.
Special 2 monsters straight from the deck. Not bad.
I special summon Silent Magician 0 and Silent Swordsman 0.
Alright, so what do your new monsters do?
My Silent Magician gains a level for every card you draw, and for every level gained it gains 500 attack points, and it can once per turn negate the activation of a spell card or spell effect, and then it also gains a level. And my Silent Swordsman is very similar to Magician. It gains a level in every standby phase, and it gains 500 attack points, just like his buddy Silent Magician. And it can once per turn negate an effect that targets Shining Sarcophagus or a monster that mentions it, and then it also gains a level.
Alright, 2 negates on the field with 1 card. That's pretty good.
I'll end my turn. It's your move.
Alright, Mr. Yugi, I draw.
Just a moment, Joey boy. At the start of your turn, my Silent Monsters effect activates. Every time you draw a card, my Silent Magician gains a level. And in your standby phase, my Silent Swordsman also gains a level. And both my monsters gain 500 attack for every level gained. You can proceed.
I summon my Fighting Flame Swordsman. And when it hits the field, it can search my deck for any Flame Swordsman spell or trap card. I'll grab my Flame Swordsrealm and activate it. It sends my Fighting Swordsman to the graveyard. And in exchange, it summons my Flame Swordsman straight from my extra deck.
There he is, the Flame Swordsman has arrived.
Indeed. And, because Fighting Flame Swordsman has been sent to the graveyard, its effects now also activate. It sends another Flame Swordsman card to the graveyard, like his trusted friend, Salamandra. And when this card is sent to the graveyard, it can search for another Salamander card, Salamandra Fusion. This is an equip spell, but also a fusion card, because if it is equipped to Flame Swordsman, I can use it for a fusion summon.
Hold it right there, Joey. I see what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. I use my Silent Magician Zero's effect. I can negate the activation of your spell card. No fusion summoning for you.
Alright, time for plan B. I use Salamandra's effect in my graveyard. The bond between Salamandra and Flame Swordsman is so strong, it can equip onto Flame Swordsman from the graveyard, giving it 700 extra points. But I'm not done yet. I'll make my Flame Swordsman even stronger with this, Phoenix Gearblade. This increases the attack points by another 300.
Oh my gosh, 300 extra attack points? That's just as good as the Book of Secret Arts.
Next, I use the effect of Red Eye's Black Meteor Dragon in my hand. I can special summon it by sending my Red Eye's Black Dragon to the graveyard. Okay, on to the battle phase. Flame Swordsman. Attack Silent Swordsman 0. Next up, I use the effect of my Phoenix Gearblade. By sending it to the graveyard, my Flame Swordsman can attack a second time. And while Flame Swordsman attacks, I can activate this from my hand. Fighting Flame Sword. This gives Flame Swordsman the power to destroy another card on the field while it's attacking. And I choose to destroy your Sarcophagus. And Red Eye's attacks Gadget Trio.
which means its effect in the graveyard activates. I can search my deck for the Stronghold the Hidden Fortress trap card and set it straight onto the field.
And what does that card do?
It's a monster trap that gains 1000 attack points for every Giant Sarcophagus and every monster that mentions it. And it can once per turn destroy an attacking monster.
Okay. I set one card face down before ending my turn.
Alright, I draw. I activate another Shining Sarcophagus. And now that it is on the field, I can special summon Gendora G, the Dragon of Destruction.
Okay, I need to read this thing again. Oh yeah, so you can pay half your life to destroy and banish all my cards and then gain a lot of attack points. And it's no quick effect, so I need to do this now. I activate my trap, Salamandra with Chain. This trap equips onto my Flame Swordsman and gives it 700 extra points. And then I can flip one of your monsters face down.
Ah, you didn't search that card last turn, did ya?
Nope.
You're so lucky.
Hey, you asked me to play with the Joey deck. Luck has to come with it, I guess.
I'll use my Shining Sarcophagus effect to search for another Ties That Bind spell card and use it to special summon Silent Swordsman and Silent Magician back in attack mode.
Okay, there they are again.
Then I'll use Magician Soul's effect from my hand. I can send it and Dark Magician from my deck to the graveyard and then special summon Dark Magician back to the field. Alright, battle phase. I activate my Stronghold the Hidden Fortress. This trap monster gains 1000 attack for every Shining Sarcophagus and every monster that mentions it on the field, including itself. So that means it now has 4,000 attack points. And this belongs in the grave, of course. Stronghold attacks the Flame Swordsman. Dark Magician attacks Red Eyes. And then I'll attack you directly with these.
Yep, so that's 2000.
Okay, it's your turn.
Alright, I need a really good top deck. Oh, that's amazing! But you're definitely negating this, no question.
Just activate it. You never know.
Oh, you will 100% negate this if I activate it, no doubt. Okay, there is so much I need to do this turn to stay in the game. I need to destroy your Gendora. Otherwise you just flip it up next turn and use its effect again. Your trap card can destroy an attacking monster. I also have to prevent you from using another Gendora. And you probably have like 10 cards in your deck that can search it. So I have to assume you'll just be able to get to it. And I have to navigate around your negates. And I also have to not lose next turn. Okay, I have a plan.
Alright, let's see it.
I summon Gearfried the Red Eyes Iron Knight. And I use Salamandra's effect in the graveyard to equip it to Gearfried. Then I can use Gearfried's effect. By sending the equip spell back to the grave, I can destroy one of your spell or trap cards. Next, I use my Flame Swordsrealm. I send my Gearfried to the graveyard to summon Flame Swordsman from the deck. Battle phase. Gendora has 0 defense, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'll attack Gendora. Then I'll banish my Salamandra with Chain. Now I can shuffle my Red Eyes Black Dragon and Flame Swordsman back in the deck. to fusion a fire, warrior or dragon monster. I summon my fighting flame dragon, and I attack your silent magician. Okay, and then I equip my fighting flame dragon onto my flame swordsman. This increases its attack by 700, and it can attack again. And I'll attack silent swordsman. Alright, in main phase 2, I banish my Meteor dragon in the grave to search my deck for Mirage Fusion. And then I will activate Pot of Greed.
Oh my gosh, that was your top deck, Pot of Greed?
Yes. Draw 2. It's been a while, feels good.
Yeah, it would be really nice if I could draw my copy.
I use Immortal Phoenix Gearfried effect. I can special summon it by banishing Unequip from my grave. And now that my Phoenix Gearblade is banished by a monster effect, I can add it back to my hand. And then I will equip it onto my Gearfried.
Okay, so you have a monster negate now.
I end my turn. Now, normally the fighting flame dragon would be destroyed in my end phase. But because I equipped it onto my flame swordsman, it stays around.
Man, this duel is intense. You're really putting on the pressure. Don't have a lot to work with right now. If I go for a Gendora, you just negate. Your Gearfried negates and destroys, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so my hand is pretty much completely dead. And you have access to Red-Eyes Fusion next turn, which scares the heck out of me. So here's what we're gonna do. I set one card face down, and then I'll activate Shining Sarcophagus to search my deck for a future silence.
Sure.
Then I normal summon my Silent Magician.
How many of those guys do you have?
This is the last one, I promise. Then I'll enter the battle phase. This is going to be risky. Activate Future Silence.
And what does that do?
First, I add a Shining Sarcophagus monster from my deck to my hand. And then we'll draw until we both have 6 cards in our hand.
Wait, what? You're giving me a free card of Sanctity anime version?
Yeah, so we both draw 4 cards.
Okay.
Okay, but now that you have drawn 4 cards, my Silent Magician 0 gains 500 attack for every card you drew.
Oh.
So now it has 3000 attack.
I will use Phoenix Gearfried's effect. I send Phoenix Gearblade to the graveyard, no negate, and destroy your Silent Magician.
Luckily, I just drew discard the quick play spell Turn Silence. This card increases the level of one of my monsters by 3, so I choose my Silent Magician. And if I activate Turn Silence in response to your monster effect while I control Shining Sarcophagus, I can negate that effect. So I negate your negate.
Woo, that's pretty good. And now your Magician gets even stronger.
So my Silent Magician is level 4. First it gained 4 levels because of your 4 draws. So now its level is 8 and has 3000. Next, with my spell, it gains another 3 levels. So now it's level 11 and it has 4,500 attack points.
Wow, okay. And I send my Phoenix Gearblade to the graveyard to activate a monster effect. So that means I can add it back to my hand.
Silent Magician, attack Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. Next, I'll crash with Dark Magician.
Alright, I was hoping you'd do that,
Really?
because you just destroyed my Flame Swordsman. I can activate and special summon this card from my hand. Mirage Swordsman.
Mirage Swordsman, okay. What does it do?
If it battles, I can choose to destroy both monsters. And if Mirage Swordsman is destroyed, except by his own effect, it special summons a level 7 or lower Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it from my extra deck.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, main phase 2. I activate Dark Magical Circle. Now I can look at the top 3 cards from my deck and add a Dark Magician or a spell or trap that mentions it to my hand. But as usual when using this card there is none unfortunately, so I'll just rearrange them like this. Then I activate Monster Reborn to bring back my Silent Swordsman. Alright, show me what you can do with that fat hand I gave you.
Draw. Okay, first, I equip my Phoenix Gearblade onto my Mirage Knight. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Then I activate Red Eye's Fusion.
Yeah, I'm gonna negate that with Silent Magician.
Yeah, that was obvious. So that's your spell negate gone. So this card negates the activation, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I activate another Red Eye's Fusion.
No Dark Magician, please. No Dragoon. Fire, Flint Lady.
I summon Red Eye's Slash Dragon.
Ah, Slash Dragon, that monster is so cool. It can negate something, right?
Yeah, when you target a card I control with a card effect, I can send Equip to the graveyard to negate and destroy it. And speaking of the grave, I can equip my Salamandra in the grave onto Mirage Swordsman. Alright, battle phase. I declare an attack with Slash Dragon onto your Silent Swordsman. And when I declare an attack, I can equip a warrior in my graveyard onto Slash Dragon. And now it gains 200 attack points.
Your battle phase is not going to last very long. During the damage calculation, I banish my turn silence to immediately end the battle phase.
Ah, damn. I set one card face down and one monster face down. And then I end my turn.
I draw. Alright, now let's try this again, shall we? I special summon Gendora because I have Shiny Sarcophagus on the field. Anything in response to this summon.
I cannot let this card resolve its effect. I activate my trap, Flame Swordsdance. If you special summon a monster, this trap lets me special summon a level 7 or lower fusion from my extra deck that mentions Flame Swordsman. So I bring out a monster that I've been waiting 20 years for to summon. Dark Flare Knight. And then I can flip a monster face down.
No, not again. Does it target?
No, so your swordsman cannot protect it.
You are so lucky. That deck has in archetype Book of Moons. I normal summon my Magician's Rod, and then I use its effect to search the deck for Secrets of Dark Magic. Okay, battle phase. I attack your dragon with Silent Magician.
Okay, now that Red Eye's Slash Dragon is destroyed, I can bring back my Immortal Phoenix Gearfried.
Alright, then I flip over my trap card, Eternal Soul. This trap can reborn Dark Magician every turn from the graveyard. And now my Dark Magical Circle activates. I can target and banish your Gearfrieds. Then I attack Dark Flare with Dark Magician.
Yeah, okay, and I take no battle damage because of its effect. But for now, for the first time ever, I can use Dark Flare Knight's effect. I special summon Mirage Knight from my deck.
Oh my gosh, you actually have it? And you have both versions on the field? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean this card is so bad, but I thought it'd be fun to pull off its summon.
Okay, I activate Secrets of Dark Magic. I fuse my Dark Magician and my Gendora to summon Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. This card becomes the Dark Magician on the field and in the grave, so it's currently unaffected because of Eternal Soul. And it protects my spells and traps from being destroyed. Attack Mirage Swordsman.
Okay, so your monster is destroyed?
What?
Mine is 3100.
Oh, because of the equip, yes. Then I won't attack, obviously. It's so difficult to keep track of all these manipulated attack points. Master Duel really made me lazy. Then I attack your face down.
I chain my Flame Swordsdance in the graveyard. I contribute one face down monster to special summon my new boss monster, Ultimate Flame Swordsman.
Ah, he has finally arrived. So what does he do?
If there is a card equipped onto it, he can quick effect, target and destroy one monster on the field. And if he battles, at the start of the damage step, double its attack. But then he is destroyed during the end phase.
Okay, main phase 2. I link off my Magician's Rod into Artemis. And I end my turn.
Alright. Draw. I summon my Fighting Flame Swordsman and use its effect to search Fighting Flame Sword. Then I use Flame Swordsrealm to send my swordsman to the graveyard, to special summon Flame Swordsman in its place. Then Fighting Flame Swordsman's effect in the graveyard lets me send a Salamandra to the graveyard, and Salamandra searches for Salamandra Fusion. And then I'll equip my Salamandra in the grave onto Ultimate Flame Swordsman. And activate Salamandra Fusion.
Negate.
Battle phase. Mirage Swordsman attacks Silent Swordsman 0.
I chain my Eternal Soul to reborn my Dark Magician from the graveyard. And then Dark Magical Circle activates. Attempt to banish your Mirage Swordsman.
That is fine.
Because I used Eternal Soul, I can also tribute Artemis to add my Magician's Rod back to my hand.
Mirage Knight attacks Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Then I equip my Fighting Flame Dragon onto Ultimate Flame Swordsman. And now, just because I can, and I want to show what this monster can do, I attack your 6000 point Silent Magician. So, Ultimate Flame Swordsman has 2800 attack. But Fighting Flame Dragon and Salamandra boosted by 1400. So that is 4200. Next, on attack declaration, I use Flame Swordsrealm to lower my Mirage Knight by 1000, so Ultimate Flame Swordsman gains 1000. So then I'm at 5200. And then I use Flame Swordsman's effect to double its attack to 10,400. And that's game.
That was insane. Thank you so much for this duel, brother. It's been great having you here.
Yeah, no problem. It was a lot of fun. And honestly, those new Flame Swordsman cards are quite good and a lot more fun to play around with than I expected.
Alright, that's it for the duel. Please let me know in the comments if you want to see more fun anime duels like these. And we see you later.